Good day, YouTube. This is Jay Money with Falling Forward Financial. Just information here on Caterpillar. I think I've talked about them once or twice here on the channel, possibly John Deere once or twice. I've owned the stock for a while. I don't have any here on Robinhood, but I do have some in a retirement, and it just hasn't given me a very good return. I want to say like 10 or 20%. It's been up and down for quite some time. So probably right about in here somewhere is about where I bought mine in a retirement account. So I mean, it has came up, but not the return that I'm looking for. It does give a good dividend. There would have been an excellent time to have bought it, and then it had a nice run up there, probably with the infrastructure talk and all that, and that just hasn't played out yet. So, but over the last 5 years, it's up over 97%. In the last year, it's down 4.4%. So, and it's red again here in the past 3 months, down over 5%. In the last month, down over 14%. Down over 4% in the last week, and here's a look at today. So, I like the company. I just don't like the stock. It just hasn't moved for me. It hasn't moved me, wooed me, whatever you want to call it. So, ticker is CAT, and I already showed you what it's the performance that is done, or the lack thereof. If you don't know much about Caterpillar, it's in tractors, diesel engines, everything that you can read through here, some big equipment for leveling of land, and just all kinds of things that they're into. But the stock just hasn't performed, so that's what she said. So anyway, moving on here, it's founded in 1925, volume of 1.60 million and an average of 3.09 with $104 billion market cap. 52-week low of 186.98 and a high of 246.69. Here's a look at their ratings, currently showing a 50% buy, so not, that's average. Here's a look at their next earnings. So they have beat on every earnings. I'm just trying to understand the stock price. Next is on April 28th. And you can see all these are down as well, even John Deere's in the red. So you can see the significant price. I wish I would have bought John Deere back in the day that I bought this. I would actually had a decent return to brag about, but that's besides the point. So back to Caterpillar here on Microsoft Bing, currently showing it as a buy with a 1-year price target of $233.04. Here's some more information about Caterpillar. Ranked 65 on the Fortune 500 list and number 238 on the Global Fortune 500. So it's up there. It's older company. It's been around for a long time, and just trying to figure out the stock price. So I did sell a couple shares a while back. I think I put it into Apple. So, but I have gotten a return there. So. Caterpillar launches bigger, more competitive global operator challenge, and this is dated on Wednesday the 16th. Caterpillar machine operators invites machine operators around the globe to put their skills and precision to the test in the 2022 to 2023 Global Operator Challenge. The challenge allows men and women to provide their excellence in safety and efficiency operating CAT machinery. So I think one of these would just be a blast to drive. There's all kinds of YouTube videos about these and showing land leveling and just all kinds of stuff. So in 2019 to 2020 challenge, 67 CAT dealers hosted local competitions, and operators from 30 countries participated. The 2022 to 2023 competition will be Caterpillar's largest construction industry event of its kind. So maybe we'll just have to hang on to this one, and after that dump the stock. I've tried to hang on to it. It's just had some $10 swings here and there, and so just keeping it. And I did put a stop limit sell, I think in the 220s, 230s, 250, whatever it was a while back, and hopefully it'll hit that and just automatically sell itself. But and then I'll be happy with my return and put it in something else like Apple or something else that I have a 200 plus return in. So with 2021 sales and revenues of $510 billion, Caterpillar is the world's leading manufacturer in construction and mining company off-highway diesel and natural gas engines, industrial turbines, and diesel-electric locomotives. For nearly 100 years, we've been helping customers build a better, more sustainable world and are committed and contributing to the reduced carbon future. So I was hoping this one would take off with the infrastructure bill, but it still hasn't. So this one does give a dividend. I don't think I pointed that out. 2.24% yield, so not too bad. Can Caterpillar support its dividend? And this just came out 8 hours ago. 2021 is probably best described as a rebound year that left it entering 2022 in a strong position, and the company is offering a generous 2.2% dividend yield, which is well above the S&P 500 index of 1.3% yield. But how safe is the dividend? Here's a quick look at some key numbers. A great year. Caterpillar had revenue of $51 billion in 2021 on a huge 22%, or up a huge 22% from 2020 when the top line came in at $41.7 billion. Adjusted earnings last year were $10.81 per share, up from $6.56 in 2020. That's a pretty nice improvement. And the company's operating profit margin improved to 13.5% in 2021 from 10.9% the prior year, despite the inflationary headwinds and heavy equipment maker faced. There's a look at some of what they do. And here's kind of some more financials talking about the future of the heavy equipment. Caterpillar's customers, like most companies, went into a defensive state, buying only what they needed to purchase and deferring whatever cost could be put off. To put some numbers on that, sales in 2020 were down 22% compared to 2019, with the adjusted earnings of $6.56 per share, off from $11.40 it earned in 2019. So it's doing good. It looks like financials are great, and the stock price just has not appreciated like I wanted to. One of the first things that stand out here about Caterpillar's commitment to its dividend: the company is a dividend aristocrat with 28 consecutive years of annual dividend increases under its belt. So it's got that going for it. But there you can kind of see the dividend per share quarterly. Looks like it went for about 70 cents and just kind of keeps stair-stepping up. So that's got to say something for it. Caterpillar Global Operator Challenge is now bigger and even more competitive. The three-round contest seeking to identify the world's best machine operator will incorporate a wider range of construction equipment and take place in nearly 40 countries. So, very huge event. There's another piece of machinery that they have, and I see them from time to time on construction site. Caterpillar, I always try to look for Caterpillar. So like I said, I usually try to look at construction sites and see if there's Caterpillar. Some are just Caterpillar, some are Komatsu, and some are John Deere, and some are kind of a combination of all three. So it just kind of depends on the contractor, the construction company, and I suppose the price of the machinery. But always good to see a Caterpillar on a construction site. They first kicked off the Global Operator Challenge in 2019, hosting more than 10,000 entrants from 30 countries before selecting 9 of the most talented equipment operators to compete in the finals Con Expo in Las Vegas. Take place in Las Vegas in March of 2023, so that's probably why they're having it in Vegas, because they're having sites in nearly 40 countries before culminating with the finals, so be a huge event. So Wall Street Analysis reiterated Caterpillar. What else is Wall Street saying about Caterpillar? And this is just dated here today. So loss of minus 4.37% or 8.9 points to close at 194.74 with a heavy trading volume. The company reported on February 16th that Caterpillar launches bigger, more competitive global operator challenge. And some of this we kind of already went over. The contest with 40 countries. So I would think after that happens, the stock price would go up, but we'll just wait and see. The challenge allows men and women to prove their excellence in safety and efficiently operating Cat machinery. So we'll see if anybody wrecks any of them or does anything destructive. So these are powerful pieces of equipment. So you might see some YouTube videos on that. Opened the trading session at $201. The shares rose to $201.76 and dropped to $194.44. The range by which the price of the stock traded the whole day. The daily chart for Cat points out of the company was recorded at minus 4.75% loss over the past 6 months. However, it is still minus 4.15% lower than its most recent low trading price. Here's what some trading gurus are saying about Cat. The price target had yet another raise from 232 to 235, while UBS kept a Cat rating on the stock. So feel free to pause and go over the rest. I'm going to go over some more ratings here at the end of the video, and kind of also goes over RSI there. So the Zacks Analyst blog highlights Caterpillar, Deere and Company, the Dubai Corp, and Chart Industries. Here's a look at John Deere. I'm sure if you've ever been out in the country or a construction site, I'm sure you've seen some John Deere equipment, or Caterpillar, or like I said, Komatsu is another one. So Zack.com announces the first of the stocks feature in the analyst blog. The analysts discuss the latest news and events impacting stock and financial markets. And the blog included Caterpillar, Cat, Deere and Company, or DE, and the Middleby Corp, not sure about that one, and Chart Industries, GTLS. Have not looked into either one of those. Quite a few machinery stocks have reported fourth quarter earnings so far, and the recurring highlights across the players have been strong demand in end markets, inflationary pressures, and supply chain headwinds. All of these trends were highlighted in the fourth quarter performance of Caterpillar, which has seen a bellwether of global economy. The world's largest manufacturer of heavy industrial equipment beat both earnings and revenues in the quarter under review. The metrics also improved year over year. Sales were up in the 3 primary segments due to the volume gains and favorable price. Some manufacturing companies there are yet to report their quarterly numbers are Deere, Middleby Corp, and Chart Industries. So all the other 3 have not yet to report. So key factors in play on Q4. Manufacturing output increased at an annual rate of 5%. And maybe the infrastructure bill will keep going forward. I mean, there's always going to be construction. That was definitely a good catalyst with this one. as well as the other three we just mentioned, but you can see in the stock price, it just hasn't reflected what I would like to see. So I'd like to see this at about 220 or 230 is what I'd like to see Caterpillar at. But if you're looking to buy any, now might be a buying opportunity. Again, I don't give tax, legal, or trading advice here on the channel. You'd have to figure that out on your own. Many machinery stocks are housed under a broader Zacks industrial products sector. Per the latest earnings trend report, 88.5% of the companies in the sector, constituting nearly 83.1% of the sector's market capitalization. Earnings increased 12.3% year over year on 11.2% higher revenues. Overall earnings for the industrial products sector are expected to rise 5.6% on a 9.7% sales increase. So we'll just have to see if all that happens. Below we list 3 industrial stocks that have the right combination of elements to pull off earnings and surprise this time around. So bottom line, I always say to diversify. You might like deer over cat, or you might like cat over deer, or you might like the other two that were mentioned in this article. So here it talks about higher agricultural commodity prices and the consequent pickup in farm income are expected to have led to a higher demand for new agricultural equipment. Middle buy scheduled a fourth quarter 2021 results on February 22nd, so that could have an impact on this stock price of CAT as well. And Chart Industries has seen earnings. Number 3, it is slated to report fourth quarter on February 24th, so between now and the end of February could be very interesting for these particular stocks here. So something to keep in mind. Over here on Reddit, let's see, it's all cat videos, so we're just going to skip it. Over here on StockTwits, currently at 192.94, with a low of 186.98 and a high of 246.69. Cat has a hold above an 190. Below, you better get out, trim or add short deltas. Cat good news, and it drops. GTFOH. Get the beep out of here. Cat, WTF, that's what I've been saying. Get to bounce off of the deer blowout earnings report. So maybe we're just waiting for the rest of the reports to come out, and maybe this will come out between now and the next week, end of February. So we'll just have to wait and see. Over here on the MSN Money, currently showing it as a buy. And you're always going to need these type of equipment companies, these type of stocks. So I don't want to totally stay away from them, but I do like to diversify and see what I can make the most off of, and make the most money and get the biggest return for your money. So here on TipRanks, currently showing it as a moderate buy with a 23% upside to $236.79. And that is all that I have on Caterpillar. If you have this one, go ahead and list it in the comments along with your cost basis, any other information you'd like to share. And if you haven't smashed that like button yet, go ahead and hit that for me, as well as subscribing and hit the bell so you're notified of when the next videos drop. Again, this is J Money, Falling Forward Financial. Happy trading, happy investing, stay green. Cheers.